harmed. If someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation. Which is why it is essential that we not respond impulsively to impressions, take a moment before reacting, and you will find it easier to maintain control. Epictetus. In a world filled with complexities and uncertainties, the wisdom of the Stoics offers a beacon of light, guiding us through the storms of life with resilience and clarity. Despite its timeless relevance, Stoicism often faces skepticism and resistance from those who perceive it as outdated or impractical. This skepticism begs the question, why do some people struggle to believe in Stoic philosophy? In this exploration, we embark on a journey to unravel the mysteries behind the skepticism surrounding Stoicism. Through introspection and analysis, we seek to understand the underlying reasons and misconceptions that hinder its acceptance and recognition in modern society. Join us as we navigate the labyrinth of doubt and skepticism, shedding light on the barriers that obscure the profound truths of Stoic philosophy. Chapter 1: Misconceptions and Stereotypes. Appearances are often deceptive. Aesop. The Stoic sage, with a serene countenance and an unwavering resolve, stands as a symbol of resilience in the face of adversity. Yet, behind this facade lies a rich tapestry of misconceptions and stereotypes that shroud Stoicism in misunderstanding. It is as if the Stoic way of life, with its emphasis on virtue, equanimity, and rationality, has been obscured by a veil of misinterpretation. Throughout history, Stoicism has been subject to misrepresentation and caricature. Its teachings, rooted in ancient wisdom and philosophical inquiry, have been distorted and oversimplified, leading to widespread misconceptions about its true nature. Some perceive Stoicism as a philosophy of detachment and emotional suppression, equating Stoicism with stoicism, a passive resignation to fate devoid of emotional depth. Others dismiss Stoicism as a relic of the past, failing to recognize its enduring relevance in today's tumultuous world. But such misconceptions only scratch the surface of Stoicism's complexity. Beyond the Stoic facade lies a philosophy that embraces the full spectrum of human experience, from joy to sorrow, from triumph to tribulation. Stoicism does not advocate for the suppression of emotions, but rather their transcendence through rationality and self-awareness. It does not promote detachment from life, but rather an engagement with it rooted in virtue and moral integrity. In this chapter, we embark on a journey to unravel the tangled web of misconceptions and stereotypes that surround Stoicism. We delve into the origins of these misconceptions, exploring how they have shaped public perception of Stoicism over the centuries. Through a critical examination of these misconceptions, we seek to uncover the true essence of Stoicism, a philosophy that offers timeless wisdom for navigating the complexities of the human condition. Chapter 2: Stoicism Beyond Stoicism. Stoicism is a philosophy of life, not a subject for academic study. Lawrence Becker. One of the greatest misconceptions about Stoicism is the belief that it is a passive philosophy, advocating for a resigned acceptance of fate. However, Stoicism is far from a passive resignation. It is a philosophy of active engagement with life's challenges and opportunities. At its core, Stoicism is about cultivating wisdom, resilience, and moral integrity to live a life of virtue and flourishing. It teaches us to embrace the things within our control while accepting with equanimity those beyond our control. This nuanced approach to life empowers individuals to navigate adversity with grace and dignity rather than succumbing to despair or resignation. Moreover, Stoicism encourages us to cultivate a sense of agency and responsibility in shaping our own lives. Rather than being passive victims of circumstance, Stoics strive to take ownership of their thoughts, emotions, and actions, recognizing that true freedom lies in the ability to choose our responses to external events. In this chapter, we explore the dynamic and active nature of Stoicism, challenging the misconception that it is a philosophy of passive acceptance. We delve into Stoic practices and principles that promote active engagement with life, such as the cultivation of virtue, the practice of negative visualization, and the pursuit of eudaimonia, a state of flourishing and fulfillment. By embracing Stoicism beyond Stoicism, we unlock its transformative potential to enhance our lives and cultivate a deeper sense of meaning and purpose. Through active engagement with Stoic principles and practices, we discover the true essence of Stoicism, a philosophy that empowers us to live with wisdom, courage, and resilience in the face of life's inevitable challenges. Chapter 3: Misconceptions and Stereotypes. The greatest enemy of knowledge is not ignorance, it is the illusion of knowledge. Daniel J. Boorstin. Despite its profound insights and practical wisdom, Stoicism has often been misunderstood and misrepresented. Misconceptions and stereotypes surrounding Stoicism have led many to dismiss it as a philosophy of indifference or emotional suppression. In this chapter, we unravel some of the most common misconceptions about Stoicism and explore the truth behind these myths. One prevalent misconception about Stoicism is the idea that Stoics advocate for emotional suppression or detachment. However, Stoicism does not teach us to suppress our emotions, rather, it encourages us to cultivate emotional resilience and mastery. Stoics recognize the naturalness of human emotions and seek to develop a healthy relationship with them, acknowledging their presence without being enslaved by them. Another misconception is that Stoicism promotes a life of austerity or asceticism. While it is true that Stoicism emphasizes the importance of self-discipline and moderation, it does not advocate for the renunciation of all pleasures or comforts. Instead, Stoicism teaches us to enjoy the good things in life in moderation and to avoid becoming overly attached to external possessions or circumstances. Additionally, there is a common misconception that Stoicism is a philosophy of passive acceptance, encouraging resignation in the face of adversity. However, Stoicism is far from passive, it is a philosophy of active engagement with life's challenges. Stoics seek to confront adversity with courage and resilience, striving to overcome obstacles and grow stronger in the process. Furthermore, Stoicism is often mistakenly associated with a lack of emotion or empathy. In reality, Stoics value compassion and empathy towards others, recognizing the interconnectedness of all human beings. Stoicism teaches us to treat others with kindness and understanding, fostering deeper connections and a sense of community. By dispelling these misconceptions and stereotypes, we gain a clearer understanding of Stoicism as a practical philosophy for living a life of virtue, wisdom, and resilience. Stoicism invites us to embrace our humanity fully, acknowledging our strengths and weaknesses while striving to cultivate excellence of character and inner peace. Chapter 4: The Challenge of Misinterpretation. It is not enough to be busy, so are the ants. The question is, what are we busy about? Henry David Thoreau. One of the reasons why some people may struggle to believe in Stoicism is due to the misinterpretation of its teachings. In this chapter, we explore how Stoicism can be misinterpreted and the challenges this poses to its acceptance. One common misinterpretation of Stoicism is the misconception that it promotes a passive acceptance of fate or resignation to one's circumstances. This misunderstanding overlooks the Stoic emphasis on the importance of taking action and living with purpose. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is within our control and to take responsibility for our thoughts, actions, and attitudes, rather than passively accepting whatever life throws our way. Another challenge lies in the oversimplification of Stoic teachings, reducing them to mere aphorisms or cliches. Stoicism is a rich and nuanced philosophy that requires careful study and reflection to fully grasp its depth and complexity. Oversimplifying Stoic principles can lead to superficial understanding and misapplication of its teachings, hindering its acceptance and effectiveness in practice. Furthermore, Stoicism is sometimes misinterpreted as advocating for emotional detachment or indifference. However, Stoicism does not teach us to suppress or deny our emotions. Instead, it encourages us to cultivate emotional resilience and mastery. Stoics acknowledge the naturalness of human emotions and seek to develop a balanced and healthy relationship with them, neither becoming overwhelmed by them nor repressing them. Moreover, the historical context of Stoicism can sometimes be overlooked or misunderstood, leading to misinterpretations of its relevance and applicability to modern life. Stoicism originated in ancient Greece and Rome, but its principles are timeless and universal, offering valuable insights into human nature and the human condition. By understanding the historical context of Stoicism, we can appreciate its enduring relevance and practical wisdom for contemporary challenges. In summary, misinterpretations of Stoicism can present significant challenges to its acceptance and understanding. By addressing these misconceptions and promoting a more accurate and nuanced understanding of Stoic philosophy, we can help more people recognize its value and relevance to their lives. Chapter 5: Cultural and Philosophical Differences. We don't see things as they are, we see them as we are. Aurelius Nin. One reason for skepticism toward Stoicism may stem from cultural and philosophical differences. In this chapter, we delve into how varying cultural and philosophical backgrounds can influence individuals' perceptions of Stoic principles. Cultural differences play a significant role in shaping our worldview and values. Stoicism originated in ancient Greece and Rome, and its principles reflect the cultural and social context of the time. However, these ancient roots may not resonate with individuals from different cultural backgrounds, leading to skepticism or resistance toward Stoic teachings. Cultural differences in attitudes towards emotions, resilience, and personal agency can also influence how Stoic principles are perceived and applied. Furthermore, philosophical differences can contribute to skepticism toward Stoicism. Different philosophical traditions offer alternative perspectives on the nature of happiness, virtue, and the good life. Some may find Stoicism's emphasis on virtue ethics and personal responsibility compelling, while others may prefer alternative philosophical approaches such as existentialism or utilitarianism. These differing philosophical perspectives can shape individuals' receptivity to Stoic ideas and influence their willingness to embrace Stoic principles. Additionally, misconceptions about Stoicism's compatibility with religious beliefs can contribute to skepticism towards the philosophy. While Stoicism is not inherently religious, its emphasis on reason, virtue, and living in accordance with nature may conflict with certain religious doctrines or beliefs. However, many individuals find that Stoicism complements their religious or spiritual outlook, offering a practical framework for moral living and personal growth. Moreover, linguistic and translational differences can affect the understanding and interpretation of Stoic texts and teachings. The nuances of ancient Greek and Latin may not always translate accurately into modern languages, leading to misunderstandings or misinterpretations of Stoic concepts. Additionally, cultural and historical context can influence the interpretation of Stoic texts, requiring careful scholarship and contextual analysis to accurately understand their meaning. In summary, cultural and philosophical differences can contribute to skepticism toward Stoicism by shaping individuals' perceptions and interpretations of its principles. By recognizing and addressing these differences with empathy and understanding, we can foster more meaningful dialogue and engagement with Stoic philosophy across diverse cultural and philosophical contexts. Chapter 6: Misconceptions and Stereotypes. Every truth has 4 corners. As a teacher, I give you 1 corner, and it is for you to find the other 3. Confucius. In this chapter, we confront common misconceptions and stereotypes surrounding Stoicism, shedding light on the reality behind these often misunderstood philosophical principles. One prevalent misconception about Stoicism is that it advocates for emotional repression or detachment. Critics argue that Stoics suppress or deny their emotions, leading to a repressed or robotic existence. However, Stoicism does not promote emotional suppression, but rather emotional resilience and mastery. Stoics acknowledge and accept their emotions while striving to cultivate equanimity and rationality in the face of life's challenges. Another misconception is that Stoicism promotes a passive acceptance of fate or resignation to external circumstances. Critics argue that Stoics passively endure suffering without taking action to change their circumstances. However, Stoicism teaches active engagement with the world, advocating for personal agency and responsibility in pursuing virtue and living in accordance with nature. Stoics strive to change what is within their control while accepting what is beyond their control with equanimity and grace. Additionally, some view Stoicism as an elitist or privileged philosophy, accessible only to those with the luxury of leisure and intellectual pursuits. Critics argue that Stoicism overlooks the struggles of marginalized or oppressed individuals, emphasizing personal virtue over social justice. However, Stoicism offers practical principles for resilience and moral living that are accessible to people from all walks of life, regardless of their social or economic circumstances. Stoicism's emphasis on personal agency and inner transformation can empower individuals to navigate adversity and cultivate virtue in any context. Furthermore, Stoicism is sometimes dismissed as outdated or irrelevant in the modern world. Critics argue that Stoic principles are incompatible with contemporary values or lifestyles, overlooking the timeless wisdom and universal relevance of Stoic teachings. However, Stoicism offers timeless insights into the human condition and practical strategies for living a meaningful and fulfilling life in any era. Stoic principles such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance resonate with individuals seeking meaning, purpose, and resilience in today's fast-paced and uncertain world. In summary, misconceptions and stereotypes about Stoicism can obscure its true teachings and value. By dispelling these misconceptions and engaging with Stoic philosophy with an open mind and critical eye, we can uncover the profound wisdom and practical guidance that Stoicism offers for navigating life's challenges and living with greater clarity, resilience, and purpose. Chapter 7: The Challenge of Misinterpretation. Truth is like the sun. You can shut it out for a time, but it ain't going away. Elvis Presley. In this chapter, we delve into the challenge of misinterpretation that Stoicism often faces, exploring how its profound teachings can sometimes be misconstrued or distorted. One common misinterpretation of Stoicism is its perceived promotion of emotional detachment or apathy. Critics argue that Stoics advocate for suppressing emotions altogether, leading to a life devoid of passion or joy. However, Stoicism does not encourage emotional detachment, but rather emotional resilience. Stoics acknowledge and embrace their emotions as natural and inevitable aspects of the human experience, but they strive to cultivate equanimity and clarity of thought in the face of intense feelings. By reframing their perspectives and exercising reasoned judgment, Stoics aim to respond to emotions with wisdom and virtue rather than being overwhelmed or controlled by them. Another misinterpretation revolves around the Stoic concept of indifference. Critics often misunderstand indifference as a callous disregard for the world and its inhabitants. However, Stoic indifference does not imply apathy or insensitivity, but rather a disciplined focus on what is within one's control. Stoics recognize the inherent value and dignity of all beings, but understand that they cannot control external events or the actions of others. Therefore, they cultivate a sense of detachment from outcomes beyond their control while maintaining a deep commitment to acting with virtue and integrity in all circumstances. Furthermore, Stoicism is sometimes misconstrued as advocating for passivity or resignation in the face of adversity. Critics argue that Stoics passively accept their fate without taking proactive steps to change their circumstances. However, Stoicism encourages active engagement with the world and the pursuit of virtue in every aspect of life. Stoics recognize the importance of taking responsibility for their actions and striving to align themselves with the principles of reason and moral excellence. While they accept the reality of external events beyond their control, they also seek to exert influence where they can and make meaningful contributions to the betterment of themselves and society. Moreover, Stoicism is often misrepresented as a rigid and dogmatic philosophy that stifles individuality and creativity. Critics argue that Stoics adhere strictly to a set of predetermined rules and principles, leaving little room for personal expression or growth. However, Stoicism is a dynamic and adaptable philosophy that encourages individuals to engage critically with its teachings and apply them flexibly to their own lives. Stoics are encouraged to question assumptions, challenge conventional wisdom, and seek truth through inquiry and reflection. Rather than prescribing a fixed set of rules, Stoicism offers guiding principles and practices that individuals can interpret and apply in ways that resonate with their unique circumstances and values. In conclusion, misinterpretations of Stoicism can obscure its true essence and value, leading to misunderstandings and misconceptions. By exploring the nuances of Stoic philosophy and engaging with its teachings thoughtfully and critically, we can gain a deeper understanding of its timeless wisdom and practical relevance for navigating life's challenges with clarity, resilience, and integrity. Chapter 8: The Role of Cultural Bias. Preconceived notions are the locks on the door to wisdom. Mary Brown. In this chapter, we examine the role of cultural bias in shaping perceptions of Stoicism and influencing attitudes towards its principles and practices. Cultural bias refers to the tendency to interpret and evaluate ideas, beliefs, and practices based on the cultural context in which they arise. Stoicism originated in ancient Greece and Rome, and its teachings reflect the cultural values and norms of that time period. As a result, modern interpretations of Stoicism are often influenced by contemporary cultural biases, which may differ significantly from the cultural context in which Stoicism emerged. One common cultural bias that influences perceptions of Stoicism is the emphasis on individualism and autonomy in Western societies. Stoicism promotes self-discipline, self-reliance, and personal responsibility, values that align closely with the ideals of individualism. However, some critics argue that Stoicism places too much emphasis on personal autonomy and neglects the importance of social interconnectedness and collective well-being. They contend that Stoicism encourages a rugged individualism that prioritizes personal success and achievement at the expense of community and compassion. Another cultural bias that shapes perceptions of Stoicism is the tendency towards instant gratification and hedonism in modern consumerist societies. Stoicism teaches the importance of self-control, moderation, and temperance in pursuing happiness and fulfillment, values that stand in contrast to the culture of instant gratification and hedonistic pleasure-seeking prevalent in contemporary society. Critics may view Stoicism as overly restrictive or ascetic, arguing that it denies individuals the opportunity to indulge in life's pleasures and enjoy worldly comforts. However, Stoicism advocates for a more nuanced understanding of pleasure and fulfillment, emphasizing the pursuit of inner tranquility and moral excellence over fleeting pleasures and material possessions. Additionally, cultural biases related to gender, race, and class can influence perceptions of Stoicism and contribute to misunderstandings about its relevance and applicability to diverse populations. Stoicism originated in a patriarchal society dominated by elite men, and its teachings reflect the perspectives and experiences of that privileged demographic. As a result, some critics argue that Stoicism may not resonate as strongly with women, people of color, and individuals from marginalized communities who may face unique social, economic, and political challenges. However, Stoicism offers universal principles and practices that can be adapted and applied by individuals from all walks of life, regardless of their background or circumstances. In conclusion, cultural bias plays a significant role in shaping perceptions of Stoicism and influencing attitudes towards its teachings. By recognizing and challenging cultural biases, we can gain a more nuanced and inclusive understanding of Stoicism and appreciate its timeless wisdom and practical relevance for individuals from diverse cultural backgrounds. Stoicism offers valuable insights into the nature of human experience and the pursuit of virtue and inner peace, inviting us to engage critically with its teachings and apply them thoughtfully to our lives. Chapter 9: Misconceptions and Stereotypes. It is the peculiar quality of a fool to perceive the faults of others and to forget his own. Cicero. In this chapter, we address common misconceptions and stereotypes surrounding Stoicism that contribute to skepticism and disbelief in its principles. One prevalent misconception about Stoicism is that it promotes emotional suppression and detachment from one's feelings. Critics argue that Stoicism encourages individuals to suppress or ignore their emotions, leading to a cold and unfeeling demeanor. However, Stoicism advocates for emotional resilience rather than emotional suppression. Stoics recognize the importance of acknowledging and understanding one's emotions while also maintaining a sense of equanimity and inner tranquility in the face of adversity. Rather than suppressing emotions, Stoicism teaches individuals to cultivate emotional awareness and regulation, enabling them to respond to life's challenges with clarity and composure. Another misconception about Stoicism is that it promotes a passive acceptance of fate and resignation to external circumstances. Critics argue that Stoicism encourages individuals to passively endure suffering without taking action to change their circumstances. However, Stoicism advocates for an active engagement with life and a proactive approach to problem solving. Stoics recognize the importance of accepting the things beyond their control while also taking decisive action to influence the things within their control. Rather than resigning themselves to fate, Stoics seek to cultivate resilience and agency, empowering them to navigate life's challenges with courage and determination. Furthermore, Stoicism is sometimes mischaracterized as a philosophy of apathy and indifference towards others. Critics argue that Stoics prioritize their own well-being and personal virtue at the expense of compassion and empathy for others. However, Stoicism emphasizes the interconnectedness of all beings and the importance of treating others with kindness and respect. Stoics recognize the inherent worth and dignity of every individual and advocate for the cultivation of empathy and compassion towards others. Rather than promoting apathy, Stoicism encourages individuals to cultivate a deep sense of connection and solidarity with all humanity, fostering greater understanding and cooperation. Additionally, Stoicism is often stereotyped as a philosophy for the privileged and elite, inaccessible to those facing systemic oppression and adversity. Critics argue that Stoicism overlooks the unique challenges faced by marginalized communities and fails to address issues of social justice and inequality. However, Stoicism offers universal principles and practices that can be applied by individuals from all walks of life, regardless of their background or circumstances. Stoicism teaches individuals to focus on what is within their control and to cultivate resilience and inner strength in the face of adversity. Rather than ignoring systemic injustices, Stoics advocate for personal responsibility and ethical action to address social inequalities and promote justice and compassion in society. In conclusion, misconceptions and stereotypes about Stoicism contribute to skepticism and disbelief in its principles. By challenging these misconceptions and stereotypes, we can gain a more accurate and nuanced understanding of Stoicism and appreciate its practical relevance and timeless wisdom. Stoicism offers valuable insights into the nature of human experience and the pursuit of virtue and inner peace, inviting us to engage critically with its teachings and apply them thoughtfully to our lives. Chapter 10: The Challenge of Change. Change is the only constant in life. Heraclitus. In this chapter, we explore the challenge of change and how it contributes to skepticism toward Stoicism. One reason why people may struggle to believe in Stoicism is its emphasis on accepting change and impermanence. Stoicism teaches individuals to embrace the inevitability of change and to cultivate resilience in the face of life's uncertainties. However, many people find it difficult to accept change, especially when it involves loss or disruption. The idea of relinquishing control and surrendering to the flow of life can be unsettling for those who seek stability and predictability. As a result, some individuals may resist Stoic teachings and prefer to cling to familiar routines and comfort zones. Moreover, Stoicism challenges conventional notions of success and achievement, advocating for an inner transformation rather than external validation. Stoics prioritize virtue and moral excellence over material wealth and social status, encouraging individuals to focus on cultivating inner qualities such as wisdom, courage, and justice. However, in a society that places a high value on wealth, status, and consumerism, Stoic principles may seem counterintuitive or impractical to some. The pursuit of virtue and inner peace may be seen as secondary to the pursuit of material success and social approval, leading people to dismiss Stoicism as irrelevant or idealistic. Furthermore, Stoicism challenges conventional attitudes towards adversity and suffering, urging individuals to reframe challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. Stoics embrace adversity as a natural part of life and view setbacks as valuable lessons that contribute to personal development and resilience. However, many people struggle to find meaning in adversity and may perceive Stoic teachings as dismissive or insensitive to their struggles. The idea of embracing hardship and finding joy in the midst of suffering may seem unrealistic or even callous to those who are experiencing profound pain or hardship. Additionally, Stoicism challenges conventional beliefs about happiness and fulfillment, advocating for a deeper, more enduring sense of well-being rooted in virtue and inner peace. Stoics reject the pursuit of external pleasures and instead prioritize inner tranquility and contentment. However, in a culture that equates happiness with material wealth, hedonistic pleasure, and instant gratification, Stoic teachings may be met with skepticism or resistance. The idea of finding happiness through self-discipline, moderation, and virtue may seem daunting or unattainable to those accustomed to seeking fulfillment through external sources. In conclusion, the challenge of change contributes to skepticism toward Stoicism, as its teachings may seem counterintuitive or impractical in a world characterized by uncertainty and flux. By acknowledging and addressing these challenges, we can better understand why some people may struggle to believe in Stoicism and work towards promoting a more nuanced and empathetic understanding of its principles. Stoicism offers valuable insights into the nature of human experience and the pursuit of virtue and inner peace, inviting us to engage critically with its teachings and apply them thoughtfully to our lives. Chapter 11: Misconceptions and Stereotypes. Misconceptions and stereotypes often shape people's perceptions of Stoicism, contributing to skepticism and disbelief in its principles. In this chapter, we delve into some common misconceptions surrounding Stoicism and explore why they persist despite the rich philosophical tradition behind this ancient philosophy. One prevalent misconception about Stoicism is that it promotes emotional repression and detachment. Some people mistakenly believe that Stoics suppress or deny their emotions, leading to a cold and stoic demeanor. However, Stoicism does not advocate for the suppression of emotions, but rather for the cultivation of emotional resilience and wisdom. Stoics recognize the natural human capacity for emotions and strive to develop a balanced and rational response to them. By acknowledging and understanding their emotions, Stoics can navigate life's challenges with greater clarity and equanimity. Another misconception is that Stoicism is fatalistic or resigned to fate. Critics often portray Stoics as passive individuals who passively accept whatever life throws at them, without taking action to change their circumstances. However, Stoicism teaches individuals to focus on what is within their control and to accept with grace what is not. Stoics strive to cultivate agency and autonomy in their lives while recognizing the limits of their power. By aligning their actions with their values and principles, Stoics can exert a positive influence on their lives and the world around them. Furthermore, Stoicism is sometimes misrepresented as a philosophy of austerity or self-denial. Critics argue that Stoics advocate for a joyless and ascetic lifestyle, devoid of pleasure or enjoyment. However, Stoicism does not reject pleasure, but rather encourages individuals to pursue it in moderation and with wisdom. Stoics value inner tranquility and contentment over fleeting pleasures and external validation. By practicing self-discipline and moderation, Stoics can find greater satisfaction and fulfillment in life's simple pleasures. Moreover, Stoicism is often misunderstood as a philosophy for the privileged or elite. Critics argue that Stoic teachings are out of touch with the realities of poverty, oppression, and systemic injustice. However, Stoicism is a philosophy for everyone, regardless of their socio-economic status or background. Stoic principles can be applied by people from all walks of life to navigate adversity, cultivate resilience, and live with greater integrity and purpose. Stoicism offers valuable insights into the human condition and provides practical tools for personal growth and self-improvement. In conclusion, misconceptions and stereotypes contribute to skepticism toward Stoicism, perpetuating myths that distort its true teachings and value. By dispelling these misconceptions and promoting a more accurate understanding of Stoicism, we can foster greater appreciation for its timeless wisdom and relevance in today's world. Stoicism offers a profound philosophy of life that empowers individuals to live with courage, wisdom, and compassion, inspiring us to embrace our humanity and strive for excellence in all aspects of our lives. Chapter 12: Cultural and Historical Context. Understanding the cultural and historical context in which Stoicism emerged can provide valuable insights into why some people may struggle to believe in its principles. In this chapter, we explore the historical background of Stoicism and examine how cultural factors have influenced perceptions of this ancient philosophy. Stoicism originated in ancient Greece around the 3rd century BCE and later flourished in ancient Rome, becoming one of the dominant philosophical schools of the Hellenistic and Roman periods. Stoicism was deeply influenced by the social, political, and intellectual currents of its time, including the rise of Greek democracy, the expansion of the Roman Empire, and the spread of Hellenistic culture throughout the Mediterranean world. The Stoics themselves were diverse figures, ranging from the early Stoics like Zeno of Citium and Chrysippus to later Roman Stoics such as Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius. Each of these Stoic philosophers contributed to the development and evolution of Stoic doctrine, adapting its teachings to the changing circumstances of their respective eras. However, despite its intellectual richness and philosophical depth, Stoicism faced criticism and opposition from rival philosophical schools and cultural detractors. Skeptics, Epicureans, and academic philosophers often challenged Stoic principles, questioning its ethical framework, metaphysical assumptions, and practical applications. Moreover, Stoicism's association with the Roman aristocracy and political elite led to perceptions of Stoicism as an elitist or privileged philosophy, inaccessible to the common people. Stoic values of duty, honor, and self-discipline resonated with the Roman virtues of martial valor and civic duty, reinforcing its appeal among the ruling classes. Furthermore, the decline of the Roman Empire and the rise of Christianity in late antiquity marked the beginning of the end for Stoicism as a dominant philosophical force. With the spread of Christianity throughout the Roman world, Stoicism gradually faded into obscurity, relegated to the annals of history until its revival in the Renaissance and Enlightenment periods. Today, Stoicism continues to face challenges in gaining widespread acceptance and understanding, as its teachings may seem distant or irrelevant to modern sensibilities. However, the enduring appeal of Stoicism lies in its timeless wisdom and practical relevance to the human experience. By exploring the cultural and historical context of Stoicism, we can appreciate the richness of its legacy and the enduring impact of its teachings on Western thought and civilization. Chapter 13: Misconceptions and Stereotypes. Despite its enduring influence and practical relevance, Stoicism is often misunderstood and misrepresented in popular culture and mainstream discourse. In this chapter, we confront common misconceptions and stereotypes about Stoicism and explore the realities behind these misconceptions. One of the most prevalent misconceptions about Stoicism is the belief that Stoics are emotionless or unfeeling individuals who suppress or deny their emotions. In reality, Stoicism teaches emotional resilience and mastery rather than emotional suppression. Stoics acknowledge the full range of human emotions but advocate for cultivating emotional awareness, self-control, and rationality in response to them. Another misconception is that Stoicism promotes passivity or resignation in the face of adversity. On the contrary, Stoicism emphasizes taking proactive control of one's life and response to external events. Stoics seek to focus on what is within their control and to accept with equanimity what is beyond their control, empowering them to navigate life's challenges with courage and resilience. Additionally, Stoicism is sometimes mischaracterized as a philosophy of austerity or asceticism, advocating for a life devoid of pleasure or enjoyment. In reality, Stoicism encourages the pursuit of virtue and inner peace rather than the renunciation of pleasure. Stoics recognize the value of pleasure but emphasize the importance of moderation, temperance, and alignment with one's values in seeking it. Furthermore, Stoicism is often wrongly associated with fatalism or determinism, suggesting that Stoics believe in a predestined or predetermined fate. Stoicism does acknowledge the role of fate and external circumstances in life, but emphasizes the importance of personal agency and choice in responding to them. Stoics believe in the power of rationality and virtue to shape one's destiny and character. Another misconception is that Stoicism is a solitary or individualistic philosophy, disconnected from social or political concerns. In reality, Stoicism places a strong emphasis on social virtue and civic duty, advocating for the pursuit of justice, compassion, and community engagement. Stoics recognize the interconnectedness of all beings and strive to live in harmony with others and the natural world. Moreover, Stoicism is sometimes criticized as being overly simplistic or rigid in its approach to life. However, Stoicism is a dynamic and adaptable philosophy that offers practical tools and techniques for personal growth and self-improvement. Stoic principles can be applied flexibly to a wide range of circumstances and contexts, making it a versatile and resilient philosophy for navigating the complexities of modern life. By dispelling these misconceptions and stereotypes, we can gain a deeper understanding of Stoicism as a philosophy of resilience, wisdom, and ethical living. Stoicism offers timeless wisdom and practical guidance for leading a life of meaning, purpose, and inner peace, free from the limitations of misconceptions and stereotypes. Chapter 14: Stoicism in Practice. In this chapter, we shift our focus from theory to practice, exploring how Stoic principles can be applied in everyday life to cultivate resilience, wisdom, and inner peace. Stoicism offers a wealth of practical techniques and exercises designed to foster self-awareness, emotional regulation, and moral integrity. One such technique is negative visualization, which involves contemplating worst-case scenarios to cultivate gratitude for the present moment and prepare for adversity. By regularly reflecting on the impermanence of life and the possibility of loss, Stoics can develop a deeper appreciation for what they have and find strength in the face of challenges. Another powerful Stoic practice is the premeditation of adversity, which involves mentally rehearsing potential obstacles and setbacks to develop strategies for coping with them effectively. By envisioning challenges in advance and planning their responses, Stoics can reduce fear and anxiety and approach difficulties with clarity and resolve. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of living in accordance with nature, aligning one's values and actions with the principles of reason, virtue, and moral excellence. By cultivating virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, Stoics can live with integrity and authenticity, contributing to their own well-being and the greater good of society. Furthermore, Stoicism teaches the importance of mindfulness and present-moment awareness in cultivating inner peace and contentment. By practicing mindfulness, Stoics can develop greater clarity, insight, and emotional regulation, enabling them to respond to life's challenges with grace and equanimity. Additionally, Stoicism offers guidance on cultivating resilience and perseverance in the face of adversity. Stoics recognize that setbacks and hardships are inevitable parts of life, but believe that one's response to them is within their control. By embracing obstacles as opportunities for growth and learning, Stoics can develop resilience and strength of character, enabling them to thrive in the face of adversity. Overall, Stoicism provides a comprehensive framework for living a life of virtue, resilience, and inner peace. By incorporating Stoic practices into their daily routines, individuals can cultivate greater self-awareness, emotional regulation, and moral integrity, leading to a life of meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. Chapter 15: Understanding Stoic Skepticism. Stoicism, with its emphasis on virtue, resilience, and inner peace, often faces skepticism or disbelief from those unfamiliar with its teachings. Critics may question its perceived Stoic indifference or its seemingly rigid principles. However, delving deeper into Stoic philosophy reveals a nuanced and practical approach to life's challenges. The skepticism toward Stoicism often stems from misconceptions or misunderstandings about its core tenets. Some may view Stoicism as advocating emotional detachment or suppression, failing to grasp its nuanced teachings on emotional resilience and acceptance. Others may dismiss Stoicism as outdated or irrelevant in today's fast-paced world, overlooking its timeless wisdom and applicability to modern life. However, a closer examination of Stoic texts reveals a philosophy that is deeply rooted in practicality and resilience. Stoicism teaches us not to suppress emotions, but to acknowledge them with equanimity and respond to them with wisdom and virtue. Rather than advocating for emotional detachment, Stoicism encourages us to cultivate emotional resilience and inner peace in the face of life's inevitable challenges. Moreover, Stoicism offers valuable insights into human nature and the nature of the world, guiding us towards a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the universe. Its emphasis on virtue ethics, mindfulness, and acceptance provides a framework for living a meaningful and fulfilling life, even in the midst of adversity. In essence, Stoic skepticism highlights the need for a deeper understanding and appreciation of Stoic philosophy. By exploring its teachings with an open mind and applying its principles in our daily lives, we can come to recognize the profound wisdom and practicality of Stoicism, enabling us to live with greater clarity, resilience, and inner peace. In summary, the reluctance to embrace Stoicism may stem from various misconceptions and misunderstandings about its principles and practices. However, by examining its core tenets and exploring its applications in modern life, we can begin to appreciate the profound insights it offers into human psychology, ethics, and well-being. While skepticism may persist, it is through open-minded inquiry and thoughtful reflection that we can truly understand the enduring relevance and transformative potential of Stoic philosophy. Furthermore, the journey to understanding and embracing Stoicism is not without its challenges. It requires a willingness to question deeply ingrained beliefs, to confront uncomfortable truths about ourselves and the world around us, and to embark on a path of self-discovery and personal growth. Yet, it is precisely through this process of inquiry and introspection that we can cultivate a more nuanced understanding of Stoicism and its implications for our lives. Ultimately, whether or not people believe in Stoicism is a deeply personal choice. However, by approaching it with curiosity, humility, and an open heart, we may discover that its teachings resonate deeply with our own experiences and aspirations. As we continue to explore the rich tapestry of Stoic philosophy, may we find wisdom, solace, and inspiration in its timeless truths, and may we strive to live lives of greater virtue, resilience, and inner peace.